It's fine. I'm live. You can take your meds whenever you feel
What?
like.
No, they told me not to.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
because
Yeah, you shouldn't. You
yeah,
should
not
take
at
those
night.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
Take
So
them
it
later.
was like
Don't
3
worry.
or 4 o'clock that I picked them up finally.
Well,
That's a
And my
moron.
meds from like a month ago that I'd
really
not
happy for
picked up.
you, but I am live, so.
Mm.
Hey,
You know,
mental
sharing.
health is important.
Mental health
Yes.
is
It
important.
is.
Important, I mean, even.
Don't... Important. It is
It
important.
is important.
I mean, the drugs are probably imported.
They are important.
Times mental well-being is imported.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, if you can't make your own
Yep.
dopamine, store-bought is fine.
Store-bought is fine. Same with energy. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Coffee.
Roo.
Anyway. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is just how we like to start these things, I guess.
It's
That or
D&D
silence.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, one or the other. There
Yeah.
is no in between.
There is no in between with us. Anyway, last time on Dragon Ball Z, what did happen? Well, you guys had broken open the Starlight Dome and found the calculator beneath, above, around, outside of. Yeah.
And then played 20 questions with a what were they?
A
A priest? No, sorcerer? Yeah.
And the sapphire. Sorry, sapphire. Yeah, sapphire. Dragon sorcerer. But anyway, in there you found a room with a pictogram drawn, written, carved into the wall in a study sort of area that you've left Joe behind to depict more of, as he stated that this calculator was designed to figure out when the Black Sun God was coming back, and he wants to figure out more about what its deal is, if he can, because it may also lead to the manufactory, as you still haven't figured out exactly how to get there. So you left him behind, as well as leaving Enon there at the Sorcerer's College to try and figure out more of his spells and stuff, because he was having trouble with that. So you guys are comfortable leaving him there at this stage. But then you decide with your spare time, you're going to go and see if you can find Alamane, who Varys is looking for as a notable gunner, notable marksman in the area. So I've heard a tale that he is hiding out in Noon House, which is a temple of monks, of dwarven monks. You approach, see some statues outside of some fighting dwarves. Enter, talk to the guy that approaches, ask him about Alamane. His name was Erebrit. No, sorry, his name was Bouval. Yeah, asked him about Alamane. He told you that Alamane was last seen going into the mines to hunt down some missing children, and has not been seen in a couple of weeks. And when retrieving a map for you guys, I came back with Erebrit, another dwarf monk, who seemed to want to make this journey as well, but wanted to test your mettle first. So had a fight with Varys, where he caught some of his bullets out of midair, which is pretty badass. He's also got massive cum gutters. Anyway, he has joined he has joined the party.
Very important part of the story.
Exactly.
You could highlight the beard as well. You said that was also
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Erebrit is proud of two things: his long white beard and his massive cum gutters. Anyway,
not massive.
He has joined the party, and that is basically where we left off last time. Neme also looked up. We've done that off screen, so deal with it.
Nemi is less squishy.
Nice.
So with that, Bruval hands you over the map that he was retrieving for you. You guys take a short rest. You took a short rest after that battle. And learned
I
that
didn't even action so.
no, you didn't. Learned that Erfred is monk. It's about 9th level. You did about half his damage during that fight. He's got a few other abilities around. Seems quite skillful and strong. Quite strong.
We know. He's
But
not Nemi's type.
I'm not sure he's any of our types.
Nope.
Varys?
Might be Varys' type.
Yeah.
We might learn some new things about Varys.
He's a little too short for Varys.
I like tall people. I love what they cannot be.
Particularly
what
if
they
they're
can't
fluffy.
Yeah, he's got that short king energy. Anyway. So, with the map in hand, actually let's show you the old map, shall we? Just gotta fucking find it again. I think this is the one. Let's look. Yes. So I put you on the map where you would enter the mines if you went in directly through from where Noon House
Are we
is.
supposed to be able to see everything?
Can you not?
I can see everything.
You can see everything? Yes, you're supposed to see everything. This is a map.
Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is not this will dictate where you guys can move around once you're there and you're doing stuff in the mine, but this is just the map that they handed you, and that's why there is also some drawing on it, as Booble explains to you that those X's who he's put down are places where you probably do not want to go.
So X marks the spot to not go to.
Yeah, don't go to those places. Probably not the passages you really want to go down, especially considering the circle that he's drawn is where he was pretty sure that Elamain had head out through, which is far on the left there.
Place that's
Left,
huge.
right, left,
Yeah.
left, right, left.
So this is the mapped part of the mines that they have. Again, they were mining this for a little while before it became too dangerous to truly continue mining in. So this is the remnants of what they've got from that era when they did that. You know, they've been down here for 2,000 years. But again, yeah, a lot of the tracks off of this are unmapped or just severely dangerous.
I
Oh, the
have a
rights
question.
from Ailey?
Am I supposed to be seeing anything other than like grey?
Because once you go left, you've got to go right.
Oh, wait, great.
Left,
I
Right.
just see like grey tiles.
right,
I can see where the drawings are, but there's no like
left.
if there's a background underneath them, I don't see that.
Oh, maybe that hasn't loaded for you then.
I'll try reload.
See, like, this massive map
Yeah.
with...
Lots of drawing.
I was like, you guys are talking
Lots of
about going to these
squares.
spots, and I don't see anything delineating away there.
I
Oh,
see.
no.
Yeah, maybe give it the old refresh.
Yeah, no, I did that. It's still grey.
Okay. Are you watching the stream right now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is the that is the whole map.
Yeah, I can't see the corridor making bits or the actual. I can't see anything aside from the X's in the circle.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'll follow everyone else's
Yeah,
lead.
I guess you will.
Is it a glitch from like the dark vision or?
No. It'll be because he's got to download the map itself. So probably while you're sitting here, it'll load in the background and eventually it'll pop up. But it's just the way
We'll
that
see.
stream works, I imagine. We'll see.
So the dwarf that's coming with us
Mhm.
is Erifed,
Yes.
and he's marked the map. He's the one that did the marks on the map.
No, it was Bouville who did that.
He was the first one that we encountered, yes?
Yeah.
Cool.
How do
Yeah,
I-
Bouville was the one who you encountered and went back for the map for you and told you that yeah.
Wait.
How do I spell his name?
Erifed.
Oh, I've got Erifed. The other one.
Right. Bouville. Buvil.
Yeah, I can't see any notes for them, so I don't know if you have them or not.
Don't have them there as people just
That's all right.
yet. Do that.
Good. I have noted their names now.
Perfect.
I'm just fly by the seat of my pants. Hearing everyone else talk about notes and stuff, and I'm like, what notes?
I am remembering by the pad in front of me,
Yeah,
not by my brain.
my brain half the
If I
time.
relied
That's
on my
it's-
brain, we would be nowhere.
It's in character for Ailey to know nothing of what's going on.
Chelsea.
But she would have drawn her own map along those lines.
Yeah,
Chelsea,
I understand
jeez,
now.
Lord.
That's great. Whereas Thoracus tends to remember events and a lot of weird facts, but does not remember people.
Anyway,
People suck, that's why.
yes.
Yeah.
So, what is the plan? Just gonna head into the mines and go looking, or do anything else back in town, or?
Because we've still got a while till the dragons are ready for our meeting, right?
Yeah, so it's still middle of the day on what we would call fuck's sake. Hold on.
We'd call fuck's sake.
Yeah, hold on, let me log in.
What we would
Gotta
call
log it back into my
deep in the
calendar.
mines.
What we would call Friday. So you got a couple of
We got a
days
few
till
days.
Sunday.
Amy wants to ask Erifid about what he knows about the map, and particularly the markings on it.
Well, the map we have from back when we were but humble miners. Long time ago. My father's 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 father went in these mines and dug up all the ore and built weapons and made stuff for the city.
What type of ore did they have?
Iron, mithril, spice.
You have the metal that is kind of magical. I think it might be infused with spice.
The metal that those before made.
Mm.
No, we've never been able to figure out the alloy that they use for that. We've tried many a times. Don't let any other dwarven blacksmith hear that that they failed at such things. But
Fair.
that is unfortunately the nature.
Has anybody been able to trace the creators of it?
Zoom out.
No. Not to my knowledge. When we got here, they were all gone. No one's been able to figure out much of their language. All we know is they left behind a lot of these machines that like to kill us. But that's about it, really.
Fair enough.
That's just because of their programming currently is gone weird.
And some
Joe
of them
said they
just don't
didn't
like
only
you
use
going
to
certain
kill.
places.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool information. But we see any, I'm still gonna hit him.
You know, you
Sounds
can just
sensible to
like
me.
sneak past them.
Sorry.
Sometimes.
Sorry, Nemi?
We don't have
I think
Joe with
Arafid will
us.
be fine.
Mm.
Seems like he can hit pretty hard.
That I can,
Yes.
lady. That I can.
Varys touches the slight bruise on his forehead.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I had some more tricks up my sleeve, but I was sort of seeing how it went.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking whatever the equivalent of a truck is, you know?
Train.
There we go.
It's like the train.
Like being
Like a
hit by the
story
train.
It's like being hit by the train.
It's like being kicked by a donkey.
Mm, mm.
Do you think there's anything we need to grab before we head into these mines?
Mm. I mean, how many of you can see in the dark?
Huh?
I can't.
Varys flashes his light ring and turns it off again.
Well, if you got any more of those, if you can get any more of those, that's probably what you need. Otherwise,
It's
I
not a
got
bad
one.
investment.
I got what I need.
Kelly, can I use minor illusion to create light?
I mean, I don't feel like that is in the spirit of it.
Okay, fair enough. I won't.
Because light itself is a cantrip that you would have to select. But I
Sure.
would say that you would be able to perform enough of a with illusion. I would say you'd be able to impact Varys's light and make it stronger, at least.
I also could with my cantrip.
You have the thaumaturgy as well.
I'd be able to make it brighter.
So I would say, well, yours is fire, flames, right? Yeah, it's not specifically light; it's flames. But I would say that due to you guys having innate magical abilities, that you would be able to amplify Varys's light and allow you to see more. In that sense, because that is essentially, yeah, Varys isn't really using his own cantrip anyway. He's using a ring empowered with that ability. So
Yeah, well, I mean, light's usually cast on an object, so I
Yeah.
imagine it's the ring itself that emanates the light,
Yeah,
kind of flashlight.
exactly. So, but as a sort of illusions in the sense of like, smoke and mirrors sort of stuff, you would be able to use your minor illusion on the light, make it brighter or focus in a certain direction. Thaumaturgy has the ability to make things like sound and other things bigger or smaller. I would say in that respect, they would be able to amplify your illusion. So, I would say it would increase the light to dark vision length, essentially. So you guys would be able to see pretty well in a dark space with that, with you all assisting.
Yumi's still pretty nervous about the concept of not being able to see in the dark, so she's gonna ask Arafid, is there anyone in the city that might, sell something that I could use to light the way for me?
Magical items and such.
Yeah. I know of a place that could sell us something.
We go there and head off then.
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's sort this out.
All right.
Those tunnels are not somewhere to be blind in.
All right. Well, he takes you back into the city, brings you up into this sort of area. You notice that this blank area is sort of a garden of sorts. It's being used as farmland.
Like a community garden.
Yeah, like a community garden, but a massive one. And it's being powered by magical hydroponics, essentially. With just rows and rows and rows of different plants and stuff being farmed with magical blue lights hovering over them, keeping them nice and well fed. You see a couple of little dwarven old ladies walking down, giving a couple of them the water. But old Irfid leads you down the side of this, where it separates from being farmland to being city. Sort of a dirty sort of walkway up to a building that has a sign hanging off of it. Has a sign hanging off of it that says Magical Emporium. It's got a little.
Does it have a wizard hat?
It doesn't have a wizard hat. It does have two flasks, sort of looking like they're giving each other cheers, sort of deal with bubbling contents. Not actively moving, obviously. Not nearly as fancy as the magical places that you guys are used to, but seems like it's like an old-timey sort of alchemist that you guys are more familiar with from the old continent, as opposed to the grandiose nature of Zupimo show. This is the place.
Thank you,
Alright.
Irfid. Nimi's gonna go in the front door, I guess.
Yeah. Haley would just follow.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You immediately hear a jingle jangle of a doorbell as you walk in. That familiar noise of walking into a secondhand bookstore or something like that. And you're a young dwarven lady, sort of politely yell out to you, "Oh, I'll be there in a second. Please take a look around."
What do we
I'm
see?
still waiting for us to run into Willow.
You see what looks like a secondhand bookstore, essentially. There's just like stacks and stacks of books that are not on shelves, just like all put together, old volumes mixed with new volumes. Just a whole lot of stuff at the front of the store. You can see that hanging over some of the stacks are drying herbs and stuff. You immediately get that heavy smell of incense, of multiple different flavors that have been burned in here over the centuries, pouring out of the books, pouring out of the herbs. It's comforting, but you also feel like those of you who are magically inclined feel a little spark of it in your chest, as it's this wild nature of it has really spurred it on in you.
Hell yes.
Are we at the Spice Pub again?
Varys is just kind of looking at everyone else like,
You kind of
What?
get in the sense that they probably did burn some spice incense in here as well.
Like, yeah, this place is great.
And yeah, it's so packed with books that you guys have to like stand single file in the aisles.
There's a
Are there any
bookstore
books?
like sorry, there's a bookstore like just in one of the town centres near where I live that like is just like this.
Yeah. I wonder if
Yeah.
we're imagining the same one.
Yep, I'm pretty sure we are.
Mhm.
You might well be.
There's one in Newtown like that, and that's what I.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, there are a lot of bookstores like that in Wellington.
It's true.
But also, like, just everywhere, there's lots of.
There are. It's just the standard secondhand bookstore. It's the kind of picture
Yeah.
you're getting.
Some more chaotic than others, I feel.
Oh yeah, there's
and more
fair bit,
magical than others.
for sure. This is what.
Well,
a
it
secondhand
doesn't seem to
bookstore
be
is
run
like.
by Bernard Black, so we're off to a
Damn
good
it.
start.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nemi's gonna look around to see what non-book items there are, because obviously we didn't come here for a book.
Alien's gonna look at books.
I'm looking at books.
All of the books.
Of course. Okay.
Especially if there's anything about dragons
Well-
or the usual like stuff about the area that they're in that she can learn more, like
Alright, well,
stuff on the
did you-
mines.
Give
Did you plan?
me.
Did you plan?
Give me investigation checks, please.
Yes.
Plan for another shopping episode, Skilly.
No, I do not.
Yes!
Oh no.
Oh, you know the things I'm looking for. Come on.
Alright.
Give me the fungus. Give me the native wildlife of the mines. I want to know
what was
more
it?
about the giant bugs. Yes!
Oh,
I don't know why I rolled
Maybe.
2, but we'll take the first. So
Sweet.
Jesus
Yeah,
fucking Christ.
Sorry, my mouse has been double clicking for like a couple days now, and I have no idea why.
Probably
Nothing's
got a
changed.
stuck sensor. Needs a little take apart and clean.
You got cat fur stuck in there? That's what happens to me sometimes.
I don't
Yeah.
have a cat.
That does not mean anything.
God, it's human first.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was over at your house. I probably dragged some cat fur. Anyway, yeah,
Cat
so
fur gets
you've got
everywhere.
if you've got my blue yeti on your desk, you probably do have cat fur on your desk.
Yeah,
It's
definitely true.
Anyway,
not fair. Now I want a cat.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've been wanting a cat for like a year now. I'll get one eventually.
It's hard to find.
Okay.
names that'll let
so
you.
for Marcus, you find a couple of books on
Cat fur stuck in my sensor.
Yeah.
I can't get it out.
you find a couple of books on underground mycelium networks. Particularly how they pertain to the Underdark's hive mind, and how in some I guess philosophical musings on why they have not found themselves in the Underdark, even though they've dug fairly deep, but yet have found the mycelial networks that connect back to the Underdark. You mainly, pop into those because you're like, mushrooms, fungus. So you're really like, okay. So you find a whole bunch of those that you, I imagine
Emmett
you
looks things.
sit and read for just like
Question
piling in the
is-
corner.
Hell yes. But were
any
there any?
of them about the electric one?
That's what I'm doing the research on. But also, so there weren't any on the giant bugs above ground, which I could understand why. But
Yeah, if you included that as well, so you did find some stuff about giant ants, which you have run into, obviously. and
They
their
almost killed me immediately.
their their hive structures and observations of them in the wild.
Wait, nest structures?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I meant they're not so much the construction of them, the hierarchy of their nests, like queens and bullshit.
I was real worried about that.
And
What
bullshit.
that would mean if five did nest. Excellent. I'm nerding out in the corner.
Cool. That's what you're looking at. Nemi, you're looking at non-book stuff. You find several herbs that you thought were native only to the Feywild.
Oh.
That seem to be growing well and truly nicely underground. There's a few bunches of them. And a lot of medicinal application. Herbs and all that sort of stuff as well. As well as there is a small cabinet you find hidden in between stacks of books that contains small little bowls full of spice and other crushed crystalline structures as well.
Ooh. Can I investigate to find out what the other crushed crystal things are?
Sure. You want to use your second investigation, or you want to roll another one?
I'll roll another one.
Go ahead.
That's better.
Yeah. It looks like the crushed crystals are actually crushed crystal scales from the Dragonkin.
Would I know the magical purpose of those?
You would know from other dragon scale properties that using them in some ways helps with the benefit that those dragons get. You know, like wearing a red dragon scale armor gives you protection to fire, wearing a white dragon scale armor gives you protection to cold, sort of thing. You imagine that the likelihood is that they use it in potions to give them those resistances, or perhaps even to make potions of dragon breathing of some sort. Yeah. Anything else?
So there's obviously nothing light emitting.
Not that you spot in the store, but it does seem like the front of house stuff is all just stuff that is, you know, booky stuff. You don't see any potions in any of the stacks or anything, but you do, as you get closer to the front desk, I guess more of the back desk, you do notice that behind where they called from, there is an alchemy set, and there seems to be some potions in bottles, in crates behind the desk, and there does seem to be some magical items.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Okay. There does seem to be some
Aye.
magical items, relatively magical items in the back as well. You get the sense that they're probably keeping them away from the general public and sell them as they come in.
Varys kind of sidles up to Nemi and looks a bit embarrassed and holds out a potion of night vision. He just checked through the bag of holding. It was like, What things do we have for seeing in the dark? And then the potion of night vision popped up into his hand.
Whoops. We got that a while ago.
Back up, just in case we can't find anything here.
Thanks, Varys.
That's alright. He wanders away to hide amongst some of the books.
Nimi kind of shakes her head like, ugh, we could have avoided this trip.
I just
That's why Varys is hiding among the books.
sort of look up at her and go, "How dare you!"
Anyway,
so we
imagine
get
that
to
is
look at books.
you do get to look at books. I imagine that is the end of your investigation for now.
Yep. Nimi's just gonna like nonchalantly kind of browse the books, waiting for the voice to appear.
Cool. And for Ailey, you find a singular book on the title is literally Dragons. Where did they go?
Does it have pictures? No.
The front does have a drawing of a dragon on it that you like enough to stop you from investigating any further.
I'm like, oh, look at this.
Varys, what were you looking for?
I was having a drink. I assumed that Varys was looking for gun stuff and didn't find anything.
Yeah, nah. nothing on that. Yeah, you did find, along with Yumi, found that they do seem to be selling spice in less than small quantities. But that's the only thing related to your gun you found.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, a rather rotund dwarven woman steps out from a beaded curtain behind the back desk. Oh, so many people in my shop. How can I help you, lovelies?
Hello, dear. My name's Nimi. We've just popped in briefly to see if we can find anything to help us see in the dark.
Oh, don't get many of your kind around here. Let me take a look. Do you mind? I'm Citrud, by the way.
Lovely to meet you.
And she takes a rummage through that pile of potions that you saw in the crate, as well as flicking through the magical items she's got, and comes up with a couple of potions in her hand and a couple of miscellaneous things.
Ooh.
Does she have here? Well, I don't really have a lot in the way of seeing in the dark potions, but I do have things of light casting abilities.
That fits the bill, dear.
Well, I have this ring. She puts it on herself, and she flicks her hand out, and just a sort of a firework essentially goes off in her hand without any noise. But then once it reaches apex of the store, it just sort of hovers there for a few moments. It's not granting a whole lot of light, but to do in a pinch. Would something like that be useful at all?
Lovely. How much is that?
Well, it does a little bit more than just that, so it's about 5,000 gold.
Hmm.
That is a ring of prestidigitation, which will grant you the cantrip prestidigitation from now on. Prestidigitation.
Ah. I do not have 5,000 gold for a ring.
Yes.
He kind of sighs wistfully.
But I also do have some potions. Your adventurers always seem to be in the market for healing potions, so I'll grab some of those as well. Puts down some small red potions, familiar as regular healing potions.
Just hear from behind a stack of books. We love healing potions. They're great.
And this would probably do something for you. It's not very long lasting, but it might. And you see, very much was a concoction from the jeweled dragon scales. As you see it flickering with little bits and pieces of gemmed scale. This is a concoction of my own variety. I call it Potion of the Dragon Aspect.
Ooh, it's very pretty. What does it do?
Well, it'll I'm not sure. I haven't really nailed it down, but I'm pretty sure what it'll do is give you some aspect of a dragon, particularly in this case of the sapphire variety. That'll either be resistance to lightning breath, the vision of a dragon, it might make you grow wings. I don't know.
So you're saying that we just got to roll the dice, as it were.
Will it do
Darling?
more to someone already a dragon?
I don't know. Perhaps make them more of a dragon?
Oh no,
Bailey
don't say
starts
that.
grabbing all of it.
Varys
Are we
heard that
gonna let
and
this happen?
sprinting forward. Like, no, you said the wrong words.
How much
Tiny
for all
potions
of
back.
it?
Again, I don't know if it'll do that.
How much
I haven't
for
tried it.
all of it?
Uh,
I'll try some for free right now.
Guinea
Give
pig.
me
You
some for
need a guinea
free
pig.
and I will take it.
Why don't we just pay for the thing and then
No,
you use it
Why would
when
we pay for... Varys, why
I'm
would
not
we
saying
pay
that
for
we
something
pay a
don't know how it
premium
works?
for it. I mean, she can't vouch for what it's going to be, so we pay
No.
less for it, right?
So it sounds like she
She
needs
is
to
getting the
know
benefit
what...
of kissing.
Yeah.
no, simply okay. Someone roll a persuasion for me, please.
Bailey?
Ailey will, because Ailey's the one that wants it.
Yeah.
I can totally do this for you.
Can
And
I
then you
assist
give it
Ailey
to
by
us for
attempting to
free.
maintain her reputation by not smashing things on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I suppose I can sell it to you at cost. Okay. So with that, it will be 3,000 gold.
Jesus.
Oh dear, no.
That
How
is
many are platinums again?
10 gold, isn't it?
10 gold.
Platinum's, yeah, 10 gold apiece.
And how much do we get out of how much we're buying for 3,000 gold worth?
Well, it looks like a pretty big flask. You could probably get maybe 3 drinks out of it. But you don't know its nature. So it could be that you drink the whole thing, you get way more. It could be that you drink one, you get a little bit. You don't know.
But also...
That's why she should let us test it now. To see if it's even worth the 3,000.
This seems like
I
a
mean-
very expensive bad idea, darling.
But it's a bad idea targeted at Ailey.
And Ailey has enough money for that. Because Ailey spends their money on random shit. So it always seems to have lots. Oh, well, yeah, that's what I thought I was buying, and then I realized because I hadn't been paying attention, and then
No,
now
no,
I
it
found
is
out
a
it's potion.
yeah, it's a potion. It's a concoction of that.
Yeah. Can I just take the scales then and eat them?
They will not have the effect you're after, darling.
Why not?
They do, by themselves. They don't really affect people.
Then how
You
does
need
it work putting it in some liquid?
This is a
I mean,
concoction
magical
Making it smell
accelerants.
glow?
Yeah, this is a concoction of other things than just the dragon scales.
Is it spice? So if I
There
eat
is
dragon
spice.
scales and spice and wash it down with some whiskey?
This is a proprietary mixture that I will not be giving out the information to.
Ew, is
can-
there more than just scales in
I
there? What
can-
are you taking off dragon people?
Do I need to go out back?
she hears in her head, "Hey, lower the price and I'll get them out of here."
Yeah, Ailey's Are you holding dragon people hostage?
Varys sort of peers out pointedly from behind
How are you
Ailey.
getting these? How are you getting these
She
scales?
places her hands, both of her hands, sort of like a thumb, like dunk dunk, on the table, and you see her get larger physically, like her hands become the size of human hands, and her body enlarges. If you don't want the potion at cost, get out of my store.
We want to know where the ingredients come from and that they're sustainable.
Varys takes
and
3,000 gold out of the bag of holding and hands it over.
We don't know if this is an ethical practice. You could be supporting slave labor here.
Do you take these scales from slave dragons?
No.
There we go.
They wouldn't. You.
Ailey's got like her hands on her hips, being like, "I need answers here."
Varys is
Where are the
walking out of the
scales
shop
coming
holding
from?
all of the
Can-
stuff.
Can I just can I buy this?
Nimi's
book,
gonna
please?
follow Varys out of the store. This was a terrible idea.
Can I buy this bug book?
Which book?
The bug book?
There's a lot of bug books you found.
Oh,
You want the giant ant book, yeah?
you only described the giant ant book.
Right. There was other like mycelium books. You just want the
Yeah.
ant book. Okay.
Yeah, I was saying the bug book, not the fungi book. But also, how much are both?
Well, so there were 3 bug books. So there's the stuff about the underground mycelium networks,
I didn't put this in my wallet still.
talking about the hive mind mycelium networks from the Underdark, and then the philosophical musings about why they're missing, why they haven't found the Underdark yet. They've found the mycelium networks. So 3 books related to fungus, and 1 book related to the ants.
Yeah, so I
So
want
you-
the ant book, and I want the one talking about what they do know about the mycelial networks, because I'm not interested
2
in
books.
musings.
Cool. Well, as Varys is dragging Ailey and
Varys is just taking the stuff and leaving.
Okay, just taking the stuff.
Just so you're aware,
Yeah.
Ailey's still holding that dragon book.
And still wearing the dragons.
Well,
Where did they go? Are you
Yeah.
trying to leave without it? Is that with it? Is
No,
that
no, no. Like if Varys is trying to drag Ailey out,
No,
Ailey
Varys
still
is
has
not-
that
Varys
book
is
on
not
her.
Varys has
trying.
paid for the stuff and is leaving.
Yeah, he's just leaving.
Did he pay for Ailey's book as well,
No,
or is
just
it
the potion.
Ailey's still waiting for answers then about where the scales come from, and that no dragons were harmed in the making of this.
As Therikus approaches with her books, she shrinks a little bit and says, "I only take dragon scales from those who are willing to sell them." Okay.
Cool.
But is it a painful process? Are they like living in the slums and have no other choice and have
Ailey.
to sell themselves for money?
Ailey,
often-
Are
have you
you
seen
taking
them?
advantage?
How often do you have to take your scales off?
Ailey like
You can't
tries
just
to
ask
calculate.
people that.
Calculate
Yeah.
the fact that
Isn't
you
that
lose
rude?
them all the time.
So,
I know you could ask.
every dragon's different. Depends on your kind.
Well, these kind shed them quite often. Okay.
Mm.
And they are handsomely rewarded because it is a very potent magical essence.
Fine. Well, I'm taking this book with me.
That will be 1 silver, please.
Ailey like digs around in her pockets. She's got so much crap. Like, hang on, it's in here somewhere.
Right.
Got
as you're
lint
as
all
you're filing
over
that,
the counter.
Thrakus brings out their books.
Yep.
She says, 10 gold for both.
So it was
Sorry,
1
10
silver
silver
for
for both of those. That'll be 1 silver for your dragon book, 10 silver for the 2
And
other books.
there was nothing about the mines
I-
themselves, right?
No.
No, just the mycelium in the mines. I'm gonna say, I really like books, and I really don't want you to hate us. And I just hand her 1 platinum.
She shrinks entirely back down to her normal dwarven self and accepts the piece of platinum and goes, "Thank you very much, dearie. Please do come by."
Thank you for your knowledge. Okay, Ailey, we're going. Leave. Get out. Now I'm
Greg,
kicking you out of the story.
Ailey's reading the book.
No, you don't. And he goes, all except to see Hereford standing there with his his arms crossed, going, just lightly shaking his head, knowing exactly what's happened.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he's there too.
Did you find what you were looking for?
No, we found better.
Something.
Seem to be finding hostility everywhere we go, and I don't know why.
Really
Yes,
pent
you
up
looked,
underground.
You lot do seem to have that effect.
He seems to be looking for it particularly hard.
Shall we enter the mines now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Takes you back to Loon House, and then let's enter Yold Mines. Has that loaded for you this time?
Oh, I got nothing yet, Chief.
Okay, hold on.
Nope.
Still nothing.
Nada.
It's rough. Well, Ailey has provided a
Almost full screen version of the map.
full screen version of it in chat. In the Discord if you will.
An actual
Ailey was
pen and
plotting
paper
a
role
path.
playing game.
If you don't plot a path, Ailey will not follow said path.
That's true.
I mean, that is indeed a path.
I agree. It's a path.
Gareth
No.
gave Nimi a potion of night vision.
It is still
How
in the
do
bag of
I-
holding.
I'll look at the bag of holding. Let me get that out for you.
I can't even see it in the.
Oh, I think it's been moved.
I will find it.
Oh no, it's in mine. Sorry.
Well,
Is
It's
it?
my personal inventory.
I have no idea how to do this thing. I'm.
That's fine.
Skelly will have to pass it over to you.
I will pass it up. Potion of night vision. Do now have a potion of night vision. Yeah, that is the one that you had. Yes. Yes. Which gives you
I know.
yeah, it actually gives you better vision than the dark vision people because it's proper
Mhm.
proper night vision. You can see in full color up to 80 feet for 3 hours.
The downside is it massively dilates your pupils. Versus
look
having
like-
taken it himself.
Yeah, you're like high as fuck.
Or you just have bedroom eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll bedroom eyes for a given value.
Mm.
That's why it wasn't working. I'd been logged out.
Oh no.
You've been logged out?
Of you now.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Mhm.
Anyway,
It's free spin.
what's the plan? You guys gonna follow that path laid down by...
I mean, it is the most direct
I
path.
mean, I don't see a reason
Yeah,
not to.
you don't really have a... Yeah, there are
I'm really looking for a reason not to. But I don't see it yet.
Yeah, we usually follow the complete opposite path, but being that there's actually no other way to get there.
Okay.
It's
How
the-
cautionary are we being?
Pretty
What are
cautionary.
we doing?
We're doing some sneaks.
Doing some sneaks?
Yeah.
Roll some sneaks then, please.
Damn.
Yeah, because
I
we
thought
don't
you'd
want
just
to
take our word
down
for
here,
it.
right?
Right, not. What are you...
Can't I just use my passive stealth instead? Because it's
Oh,
better
thank
than that.
fuck I have such great fucking things. So I rolled a 4.
Oh my god.
And it still gives Haley a 13.
Okay.
How am I the most stealth? Well, no.
Arifid rolled a 21.
Oh,
Well, rolled a 14 up to 20. But
Jesus.
We all
Otherwise,
smell
yeah.
like the bookstore.
you're you're just giving off that
Just
pungent-
lingering spice in my nostrils as I'm walking around, and I keep trying to blink it away and then sneeze.
All right.
Nice spice smell.
And what else?
Did the
Oh,
share
quite.
figure
Whoa.
now work?
Boy, that's a quake.
Yeah.
Woo! Ah,
Yep,
fuck.
it's
Still
just
going.
here.
Ah, fuck. This is actually kind of dangerous for me.
Oh, well, yep.
Whoa, something full.
Yeah,
My desk is shaking like crazy. And my house in general.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the chandelier is swinging.
My
like fuck.
Yeah.
cabin is up on legs. This is
Oh no.
this is not great.
You
This is a
okay?
really long one. Should I
Oh.
be taking the cats away?
No.
Like, it's still going.
It's
It is a long
I'm gonna go and stand outside for a little bit. I'll be back soon.
yeah, okay.
Like, still going here.
Wow.
still going. Stopped now.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's still going or if I'm just still shaking.
I think you're still shaking.
Yeah.
Also, from,
No, the
from-
house is still going.
yeah,
Yeah,
from ours,
really?
it was going at a really, low level for quite a while, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
should be low level for you
It
for
was
quite a
quite
while.
strong for quite a while, and then
Yeah.
It
gone
was
by.
estimated to be closer to us than you, so
It may have been the kind where it gets actually builds
yeah,
in
it's
intensity.
true.
It may have been closer to the
Geonet! Woo!
Yeah. Everybody got a cheer net. That includes you too, Chad.
Oh yeah, it was it was like off the coast, but in a way that it's
Oh boy.
basically directly facing me as well.
What? How strong was it?
It's a 5.5 is estimated
Yes,
yeah.
I heard you. Hello. Sorry, I had to come back inside. The cat wanted to come inside because she was scared. So I can't stand outside while she's inside.
No. And there's the one. There's no
Fun.
way that that's being considered moderate. It's like a bunch considered extreme that I didn't even feel.
Well,
Yeah,
by
you
know,
their
some-
definition,
Well, don't forget to fill out that you felt one. That normally helps because then
Okay.
they start to.
I'm doing that.
They usually reassess it pretty quickly.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You were on my seat.
Yeah. But yeah, at the
Thank
moment
you.
it's moderate 5.5 is what they're saying.
It was also quite close to it.
Yeah, sometimes how much you feel it has less to do with how strong the quake is and more to do with like where you are at the time and the frequency of the quake.
That's true.
Well, put it this way, the depth was only about 50 or so kilometers versus the previous one was like 225 kilometers.
Yeah,
like
50
wherever
kilometers
the
is
other one
pretty
was.
shallow, and usually they feel worse.
Good times.
Maria,
Yeah. I'll be back in a moment because I better just quickly check on the cats.
Yeah,
Fair enough, yeah.
Fun story. The day after the Kaikoura quakes, I had a training day. No, it was the day after the Christchurch quakes.
Oh.
I had a training day in the top floor of the tallest building in Wellington. But they're also like exceptionally good at earthquake proofing, so they'd inspected the building twice before we went in there the next morning.
Nice.
What is that?
And so I'm like, great, I'm on the 28th floor, I think it is. Like,
But,
great, excellent.
get off my face.
No, it must have been the
Yeah,
Kaikoura quake.
I think
Yeah, it must have been
Yeah.
that quick.
somebody's a little bit scared.
Oh, poor wee one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. When the Kaikoura earthquake happened, I only worked on level 1, but they would not let us back in the building for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they closed a lot of the CBD.
Yeah, they did.
Fun fact, right after the Kaikoura quake, my shitty retail boss made me go check the door because I
Wow.
lived in the CBD, so therefore could go.
Yep, without being,
Jeez.
without being told off. Glass
Yep.
And then got
everywhere.
Like
shitty
3,000
when
car parks.
And then got shitty when I called and was like, hey, there's actually no damage, surprisingly, that we can see. I'm going home. Shitty at me. I said, the CBD's closed. No one's around. I'm
Yeah.
going home.
There's glass.
Not gonna get
There's
Mhm.
glass in the street. Like
Like, this building
People-
has not been cleared.
people do not want to walk around at the moment.
No.
It was terrifying. That was
Yeah,
just Wellington.
good old Wellington name.
Well, you know.
Anyway, we're on stream.
Yeah, that's a good intermission, everybody. Thanks, Earthquake.
Woo.
Enjoy our reaction to an earthquake.
Mm.
Put that in the highlights.
Pretty much
Anyway.
every New Zealander is traumatized by earthquakes now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Traumatized by them or like very uncannily chill about them. There's like no in between.
I think
Yeah.
both are a trauma response.
Certainly.
Yeah,
Mm.
true.
Anyway, so relatively stealthy. Are we checking every corner? Are we what sort of level?
As much as I can with my ring of light, I am attempting to do that.
All right,
And particularly with listening.
you're listening out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Well, perception checks from listeners, and investigation checks from lookers.
Ooh, that's the worst roll I could have gotten.
Mm.
Jesus.
Mm.
Damn!
Oh!
Everyone's getting the comeuppance from the earlier nat
I-
20s.
From the
We
one
only
game.
pick one? I'm pretty sure I can look and listen.
Well, it's depending on what you were focusing on, but
I mean, I'm a ranger. Can't I focus on both?
you're not in your territory, I'm afraid.
No, but I'm very honed techniques regarding, awareness of my surroundings.
Well, so okay, so what I'm going for here is that the alternatively, this is the thing that you're focusing on, right? You are going for, I want to investigate. I want to look around. I want to see what I'm looking for. You're still listening out for things, obviously, but I'm not checking for that. That's just going to be what you would naturally hear, is what you're going to hear from that. Okay. And those who are focusing on listening, they're going to see what they naturally see. If they see anything at all, if they've drunken their night vision potions.
Yeah, Numi's gonna like give up following Varus around with his ring and just drink the frickin' potion.
Cool. And you got 3 hours of fantastical night vision. Seeing the best you've ever seen in your life.
Amazing. Can I look around again?
Well, your perception wasn't your your hearing, but again, you are
Investigate now?
No, so as I was saying, if you wanted to focus on hearing, perception. If you wanted to focus on looking, investigation.
You okay,
So-
Dizzy?
You went with perception. That's what you got, I'm afraid.
That's fair.
She changed her mind when she realized she couldn't hear shit.
This is just for the first
So now
bit.
she's
You will be able to
changed her
You will
focus.
be able to go the other way once we've gone through the first bit. Okay. This is a long maze of minds. You will get there.
There are lots of dungeons in this Dungeons and Dragons.
There are a lot of dungeons in this dungeon.
At the same time.
You have gone underground a fair few times, I'm afraid.
I feel like we're like meta underground now.
You are very underground now. You're under the underground.
We're the underground in the underground.
Oh boy.
Yo, dog, I heard you like the underground.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You guys are so hipster right now.
Mm-hmm.
The underdogs from the underground.
Under something.
So, Varus, with your perception, as you guys walk through, and
Amazing as it is.
yeah, Mark, yeah. You notice just some light scratching on the walls. Could be rodents, could be
What?
could be anything really. Underneath the ground could be far away bullets. You're just hearing a bit of scratching with your perception there. Same with Thrykus. Your natural perception will give you that.
Mm-hmm. Damn right.
Those of you who are
I
focusing
imagine
on
that's why I also got that.
yeah, the focus yeah, with a 10, yeah. The focus on perception from Nemi and Ailey with those natural ones. I'm gonna have to say you guys are not hearing jack shit. You just hearing the whistling of the caves. But
Don't
as-
hear anything, but passive perception of vision picks up what? Caves?
So what you're seeing when you're looking around is a lot of cave. Yep.
But
You
has
see-
Ailey seen more like pictures of the not the Dark Knight, the Black Sun God on the cave walls?
The pictograms? No, you haven't seen any
Okay.
pictograms. Yeah, just natural looking around. You're seeing not a lot of recent markings. So it does seem like this mine was well and truly stripped a long time ago. But you do notice that where you were walking the path towards Elamain's last known position, that there is markings on the ground of something being dragged. Something with maybe two legs, maybe like a table or something that's two edges on it that's like carved nice 2 lines along where it's been dragged, pulling the dirt where it's come through.
Like somebody being dragged by their upper body, their feet being dragged on the
Yep,
ground.
could be that. Again, no one
Mm.
don't want to roll particularly high enough to know exactly what that is. Benefit of the doubt for the ranger, it's probably not a body specifically, but could be still.
Been upgraded to a 5.8 and a strong.
Yeah, that sounds about more right. But you guys enter what you would say is more of an open area of the cave. A lot of this area that's been mapped out as stuff you can't really traverse over is actually just stuff sticking out of the ground. But a lot of this area you can see like a sort of a dug up sort of dome area that you can see the ceiling of. So you got a bit more vision than you would seem to see in this area here. All the way around here, even. So I'll ask you again. What are you focusing on as you're moving through? Perception rolls for people who are focusing on what they're hearing, and investigation for those who are focusing on what they're seeing.
Haley was like, I can't hear fuck all. I'm looking for pictograms or some shit now.
Well, my passive hearing is better than my sight. So, well, fuck.
Oh boy.
Still have a 16 passive perception.
Okay, so with those investigation checks, Ailey and Nemi, you notice that once you have reached this point in the walking, there are newer and older sets of these tracks of these dragging tracks that all sort of split off in different directions. None of them are going towards the way that Elamane went. They're going to the right as opposed to the left. Well, up left that you guys are going. All dragging off entirely to the right. You notice that while the mines themselves haven't been, the walls haven't been carved away or anything like that, it does appear that like there have been a few gatherings of people in here relatively recently. Say within the last month. There's probably a dozen or so people through here. They seems to drag something very recently off into the right.
Do the tracks look? Do any of the tracks look like they're coming from the left?
Not from where you're standing. But you basically followed a singular set of tracks all the way through from where the mine started. So someone dragged something into the mines from there, and it seems like they've been doing something very similar for a long time, but they've been dragging it off to the right of the mines from here.
Point out these tracks to Thoricus and just gonna go, what do you make of this weird dragging something around?
Can I roll for it?
You can re-roll your investigation check if you want.
Oh,
You see less now with help. Oh no.
like now I'm even more confused.
You're kind of like, they definitely drag something.
Especially because these
Yeah.
kind of roles, like tracks, are usually survival.
This is not a track so much. If you want to roll survival for the gathering of people, which Nimi did also point out, that's fine.
For fuck's sake!
Oh.
Well, the feet tracks are a little bit smaller. You imagine it is probably dwarves. So there was probably some dwarves in here. It's just what they were doing, what they were really going for. No idea.
Yeah.
Point out these tracks to Irifid and ask what he makes of them.
Do you know of any dwarves coming through here?
Well,
The one we're after, right?
the monks don't usually come this way. I have heard tell of rituals going on in the mines. some sort of ancient burial rite that some of the dwarves still
I'll be
believe
back in a
in.
minute.
And you didn't think to tell us that before we came in?
Well, we're not. I mean, they. Sorry, that's Mila. Their response. Well, no, I mean, I didn't think they were still practicing it. I didn't think that this is still a thing. I mean, it might not be. This, it could be dragging anything around here. For all I know, they
Gives me the
may
creep.
have secretly opened up another mine. Honestly.
Well, everybody keep an ear out for creepy ritualists, I guess.
Well, once Varys
So
gets
they're-
back.
Return.
Varys has
Back.
returned.
I
With
just had
the-
to check the legs of the cabin.
That's fair.
Make sure they're still in the blocks.
With Varys's perception on that, you hear the scrapping and scraping that you have been hearing, but it is accompanied by some low moans that you're not so much hearing as feeling, like almost like something is
Almost
Something-
seismic.
no something nearby is on death rows and is like crawling, essentially. Maybe even a lot of some things.
Shouldn't be the children.
Just sort of say out loud, something nearby is dying, I think. Trying to get away from something, maybe? I don't know.
Should we try and save it?
Can I tell which direction it's going from?
Oh, from the right, from where all the tracks go.
It's from the right, up that way, following the tracks.
I mean, this is supposed to be a rescue mission, isn't it?
Again, this is
Yes.
going entirely the wrong way from where Alan is.
That Elamane, that we think Elamane could have been when he's been gone for how long?
Well, we
That is true.
we know for a fact that there is a place that we could go, but that's a while away. We are right by this. We could.
And, I mean, worst case, it's something that we don't want to save that's hurt and already dying.
Yep.
Best, otherwise, it's someone we need to save.
Alright.
Worst case, there's a bunch of other people around who might not want us to be there.
Then they're assholes.
And we just make
Make
sure
them
that
kill
we're
them.
the only ones that, walk out alive.
Yumi kind of gives this big sigh of like, yeah, I know we're gonna do this, but it's still dangerous, but I'm gonna do it with you anyway.
But know that I'm not happy about it. It wasn't my idea.
This wasn't my idea.
Like, this is inconveniencing my sense of safety, but sure.
Varys hitches up his shield and walking up to like Nimi's thigh sort of says, "It's fine, just stay behind me."
Oh boy.
Yumi's thigh is like probably, more naturally armored than like
Then Varys's open face. Yep.
Oh boy.
Would it make you feel better, Nemi, if I cast Pass Without a Trace?
It's not a bad idea anyway, if it helps us get closer.
make me feel better.
Okay.
Let's go.
Cool. So that is upping stealths. So that'll be a 20 for Thrakus, 29 for Nemi, 22 for Varys, 23 for Ailey, 28 for Conswallop, and a 31 for Irrefit. And you guys start to head rightwards, following up the tracks that lead off.
I'm gonna turn off my ring of light and focus on what I'm hearing more than what I'm seeing.
Okay. are you grabbing hold of somebody to give you a good direction?
Yeah.
Because it is pitch black by this point.
Like hold my
grabbing
leg or
onto-
something.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just put one of my hands on somebody's leg nearby that can actually see.
Are you holding on to me or Mr. Cumgutter's over there?
I mean,
Getting
he's
his
got some
ear.
handholds. He's definitely got some, No, I don't know him well enough. I'm going to just sort of hold on to the side of Thoricus's gear.
Yep, that's usually how we do it.
That's fair.
Cool. So 80 feet. Yeah. So you guys reach about here. Well, let's. Who would be leading this? I would say actually that Irifid would probably be up front. Who else would be up front with him?
I'm sure
Anything?
Ailey would be like,
Ailey?
being Ailey.
I certainly would be behind. But
Cool. And then Varus would be holding on to you. So we're going for that sort of thing. Okay. So, you guys see off in the corner here, in a general this sort of area. It's really weird what you're seeing, especially those of you who have dark vision, because you're just seeing like shadows moving without anything to cast them. Like they're just like smoke and just sort of wisping all over each other. Very clearly, the source of the noise, though, is as they move, they're making that. And Varus is just seeing pitch black and hearing the.
Maybe I was wrong. Always got to account for the fact that you could be completely wrong.
Yeah. But Nemi, who can see the very edge of this with their night vision, the very edge of this with the night vision, sees instead, as opposed to the grey shapes of the walls that have been dug out behind him, behind wherever this is, very clearly black spirits, essentially, like smoky sort of figures, two of them with large black claws that just stick out extremely far, like absurdly far for fingers, and they are like scratching at the dirt below them.
Do
as
they?
though they're looking for something.
Oh, okay. Do they look like they're restrained in any way?
No.
Okay, Yumi is going to very quietly but with great urgency whisper this to Thoricus and describe exactly what she sees.
Cool. Thoricus?
so shit's freaky. What do you want me to do about it?
We should go back.
Yeah, we can retreat.
Irifid, he has in his
You don't
head.
have to do this.
What is that stuff?
He whispers back, I've never seen these things before.
Huh. Shall we leave?
I mean, I'm not scared if you aren't.
I'll be honest, I can't see what it is, so I'm not really scared, but it sounds bad.
You should be scared.
Okay. Can I shoot it? Like,
No.
does it? It doesn't
Let's-
have like a corporeal form?
Not that I can see, but
As curious as I am, we do have other people to try to find who might currently be dead or dying.
did you? it was digging for something?
Yes, that is what Nemi seemed to see.
Because I'm right by Therakus, so I
Yeah,
assume
yeah.
I probably heard that.
Or burying something.
I mean, yeah, also a possibility. Okay, well, we know that it's not our
Well,
erstwhile friend. Let's get the fuck out of here.
how long do you reckon you would watch them before coming to a conclusion about what they were doing, Nemi?
Not very long. Nemi's not really the kind to linger near danger
Okay.
if it can be helped at all.
Then yeah, it just seemed like they were digging for something.
Like, what if they're caching a body? Like, let's get out of here. Or
Yeah.
digging up a cache of one.
What if it has something to do with these weird rituals?
We definitely don't want to be touching it.
Don't like it.
Let's leave. Let's go.
Like the construct all over again. See it? Nope.
Nope. Not dealing with that. Okay. Let's make your way back over here, stealthily. Cool. So just heading towards Alamein.
Yeah.
Okay.
And away from whatever the hell that was. There's scientific curiosity and there's.
So once you get back here, Varys, you turning back on your light.
Yes.
Cool. So you've got your problems with your natural perception of stuff. We'll continue to use you guys' investigations stuff for over here. Yeah, you're still, hearing the scratching all the way over here. And the slight moaning.
It's kind of sticking in my head. So if we have the ability after this, can we go find out whatever the fuck that was?
Okay.
No takers? Cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just me.
Everybody's like, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, just stay back and,
Oh, that's providing we make it through, whatever the fuck we're doing now.
All right.
I'm definitely glad I came with you.
Okay, so you enter a pretty tight pathway through here. It looks like this part of the mine was not, it's certainly not expanded to the point of all the other ones. Not nearly as tapped. As you guys start to get further and further down, you probably travel entirely of this mine, and eventually you probably traveled about an hour. So it'll be an hour on your 3-hour potion there. Once you get about this far down, again, it is extremely claustrophobic, tight squeeze. Sort of, some points you can go 2 by 2, but most of the time you're traveling fairly single file. You start to notice in the walls the glint and glimmer of different metals that have not been mined.
Haley will be distracted now because shiny things.
Yes.
Why was this abandoned?
Yes. Can I get perceptions for those listening, investigations for those looking? Ailey, you're looking because shiny things.
Mm-hmm. Pretty intense looking.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny.
Okay. So, we'll start with the hearing first. Varys, you start to hear very much in the distance, very much echoing down the corridor, the reminiscent click clock of clockwork machinery.
Mm-hmm.
Quite, relatively
Someone's
close.
got the zoomies. I can
Probably.
hear them in the hallway.
Probably an hour's walk from where you guys currently are. Ailey and Thrykus, you notice that a lot of this metal, this ore that you can see, is actually, I guess you guys probably don't know that much. You've got your Fred with you; he would know. So you probably pointed out to him that this ore is some of this ore is mithril, which is like it is an innately magical ore that can be melted down into very fine, lightweight weaponry and armors. And there's also pockets of spice, which look very familiar, or look very similar to mithril, but seems to be more in a less of a geode formation and more of a it's weird. It's like where you would I'm gonna fucking put this in Minecraft terms. Like when you would like be digging through stone and you'd find like a like an orb of dirt, right? So it's where it's like the stone itself turns to sand, and that sand, some of it is that dust. So like maybe like 25% of it, you can see glints with that spice. It very much needs to be refined and separated from its sandy exterior. But yeah, it's like where you come across it, you see that like a whole bunch of sand is poured out of the wall and onto the ground, and you see in it the glints of spice, and the holes in the walls where it is. As opposed to mithril, which is like in a sort of like a geode sort of form, where you find it where someone's cracked it open. There's like nice glints of it inside of it. Otherwise, it's very clear that this place has not been touched in a very long time. But there does appear to be tracks of dwarven kind, fairly recently, probably within the last couple of weeks. Cool.
I will let everybody know about the clockworks that I heard as well. We got clockworks coming up in the tunnels. Little ways off, but definitely there.
Cool.
Which one do we prefer to fight?
Clockworks or shadow creatures?
At least we know about the clockworks.
That's true.
Yeah, we know they're really annoying to fight without Joe.
That is very true. But we don't know anything about this other creature.
Yeah, we know that Alamein probably headed in this direction, so we keep going.
Yeah, and from the tracks, there's very around the time that the Alamein was last seen, there's been a dwarf walking down here, so probably him. So you
Seems like
continue
the best way to go.
Continue to follow the mine all the way down, and at this point, it starts to slowly transform from being being very clearly mined out area to slowly becoming that very stagnant, uniform, underground ruin metal that you've all run into many times now. And you very quickly come into a room very familiar to you all as being part of that. Being amongst many of those underground structures. Are you able to see this one, Varys?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Where do we entered from this area?
No, you have entered
You
from here. Sorry, the
Okay.
wall's kind of a bit cut off, but you entered from here into a small room. You notice that there's 2 doors on either side that are open. I'll just increase your vision here. 280 for the next hour that you've got it. You enter, and all of you at this point can now hear the click clock of clockwork machinery, both echoing around the corners and coming out of the very walls and ceilings and floors around you. Dull clicks and thuds.
I was gonna ask, in a whisper, our guide, whose name I've already forgotten.
Erifid.
Irifid. If he is familiar with, like, or knew that there were clockworks in the mines.
I had heard such rumors before. There's many a reason why the mines are abandoned. You know, it's very plausible that this is the reason that they stopped. That the clockworks had come and made it dangerous. But it also could have been those shadow things back there. I don't know. Anything else?
Nimi is mildly irritated by how much these people do not seem to know about the world immediately around them. And feels that they are very stupid for not keeping themselves safe with better information. But she doesn't say anything.
Of course not.
They're fantasy people. What do you want?
Intelligent enough not to be charmed, but not intelligent enough to know their surroundings.
Well, they know their surroundings well enough. And this guy's a monk. You got him out of like a religious temple. What did you expect him to know?
That are all about fighting and shit, and they literally have some dude off in the mines right now.
Well,
I don't know. Nimi's just judging them.
that's fair. That is
Is
entirely
there-
fair.
It's like the second time we've come into a situation where, like, somehow we've revealed simply by being there some fact about the place that they live in.
You
that
mean
they
the last
didn't already
day?
know.
Yes, within the second
The
time
last day
within
with
the
these
last
people?
second time within the last day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Which direction do the clockworks sound loudest from?
Well, you're getting echoing down the corridor from the left direction. But again, it's coming from all over.
Or left or right?
Go. Which direction do the tracks go, Scully?
Ah, right. Yes. Well, it's I guess there is some dirt that has been brought in. I guess you probably want Thoricus to roll a survival on this one. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So you can tell by the minute pieces of dirt that come in and certain nature of them, that a dwarf has come in here a couple of weeks ago, and is headed to the left. left.
Like this direction?
In this direction.
Nothing.
Let us go left then.
Airfid is taking charge.
Follow behind him. Did you get
You've
stuck on
closed-
the door?
You've closed the door.
Oh. Just walked down the hallway and the other three closed the door behind me. Oh, great.
Yep.
That's good.
Right, see you later. For the short ones. Thrakus, Aileen? You guys coming?
You've got to move me.
I'm gonna move you. Okay.
Yep.
Aileen's coming.
I don't know if Ailey would be further.
Haley was further ahead in the marching order.
Yeah, well, Aerofid's already at the next open door.
I keep thinking in my head his name is Erasid, and I'm like, no, he's not a mirror.
No.
I think of it as he's feeding on our errors. Like, every
It's
time we make a mistake, he
Aerofid.
gets stronger.
His Fred. It's Fred now. His name is Fred.
Yeah, we
I mean,
just
that's
got annoyed with
probably
his
what
confusing
Ailey
name.
would call him.
Yeah. We're sick of this now. His name's Fred.
Just air.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
that
not
just
rude
like-
at all.
Yeah, super inappropriate and culturally insensitive.
To call him Fred. Yeah, probably.
Renaming someone without their agreement or input.
Ailey does that all the time.
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
That's why it's White Claw and Krillin and
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
can't remember
Just
the others.
saying, that's Ailey's thing. I'm gonna continue calling him Erifid.
So this door here is
Yep,
open.
so there's a
So the
closed
others
door
are
here.
closed?
There's a closed door here,
Oh.
which is just the end of the end of the
Oh.
corridor before. And yeah, there's a door open up here. But yeah, you're still hearing clockworks abound. I would say at this point, if you guys wanted to continue stealthing, you would need to roll another one, as it's a kind of change in environment. Also, Pass Without a Trace is well gone now.
Oh, that was so close.
Oh boy.
It was nearly a 1.
Okay. You want to roll for console?
Oh, yep, sorry.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Still better than Codswallops.
Yeah, it wasn't a natural one though.
Alright.
Yikes.
Well, Fred seems like he's pretty happy to be here. So, just balls through the open door once you all arrived.
Yeah, what's in this room?
Roll an investigation.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go with the first one. Is a few piles of rubble. Nothing particularly interesting in them. Just like some scraps of metal, bits and bobs, some rags. Again, nothing particularly special about them. A lot of it's all well worn through time. It's all pretty dusty. Seems like there was a struggle here recently, though. Is there some scuff marks on the ground? you know, metal against metal sort of
Why
stuff.
can't we ever meet anyone nice?
Out of the blue, Ailey? Right, dear.
Every time we come in a dungeon, it's always bad people. There's never nice people in the dungeons.
Nice people.
I've met some nice people in dungeons before.
Dungeons are a place that nice people usually frequent. You never know. I'm going to point out the scuffle to whoever's nearest that's not Erifid.
Well, Erifid is definitely not the closest. He is far away. So it'll be Thrakus and Ailey. Ailey, who also kind of spotted this as well, less attentively.
Yeah, Ailey's already aware. That's why she made her comment in.
Yeah. That's
Because she can
I
see there
always
was
see
a
any
fight.
we meet any nice people here.
Yeah, you can see already there's been a scuffle.
So,
Follow
anyone?
where the scuffle leads to.
It does seem to lead out the open door here. Alright, in this room, immediately, Varys, you notice bullet holes in the walls
Okay. Where?
against this wall.
Okay. Are there any discarded shells around, casings or anything?
No.
And is there a pattern to the shots?
Yeah, they're all pretty closely packed together. Someone
Hmm.
someone was clearly shooting at something, and there's a good shot.
Okay. Is there? Okay, so there's an open door there.
Yep.
Is there anything else in the room?
Again, rough, just a whole bunch of rubble and stuff, and more signs of scuffle.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything left behind or discarded from the scuffle?
Yeah.
It's a robot or anything?
No bits of robot. But there is some of the rags that you see do have long dried blood.
Thrakus probably don't look that. I think it's blood.
Good.
I mean, there's only one way to know for sure, right?
Yeah.
Sure, you can figure it out if you like.
Okay. Look at blood.
Okay, roll a Constitution save for me.
That was so close to being a 20.
It's not nice. It's really yucky. You've tasted your own blood before and other people's blood that's fresh, but this is like weeks old, dry, crusty.
Oh.
Like,
Oh, that's
it is
nothing.
yuck. Disgusting. Immediately, just like you don't lose any of your lunch or anything, but you're just like,
Definitely spit.
oh no. Yeah.
Going to attempt to slip through this doorway.
Fred runs through the doorway.
Of course he fucking does.
You
What
didn't
else is
answer
new?
what Ailey could smell of the blood. Ailey wanted to sniff it.
And to sniff it, it's blood. I don't know what you're wanting here.
He was trying to work out whose blood. What kind?
You don't have that ability, I'm afraid.
No,
It's
but
just blood.
Ailey's still gonna try. This is Ailey.
Oh,
Okay.
She's trying to work out, like, I wonder, is it the dwarf's blood? Is it a dragon's blood? Like, is it blue? Is it, like, from an insect?
So it is dried red blood like
Okay.
every mortal creature bleeds. Yeah, you've only ever experienced different colored blood from like a lot of different creatures. Oh, Chelsea, thank you for the raid. Yeah, you've only really experienced different colored blood from like bugs and things that aren't, yeah, things that aren't bipedal and normal humanoid. They usually bleed different things, but all the other ones only, bleed pretty red. You think you've probably heard in the past of some ancient fae that used to bleed green, but that's about the different thing you can tell.
Okay.
From this blood, it just seems like it was from some mortal from this realm. Could be anything from human to halfling to whatever. But considering all that surrounds you, you can probably deduce that it's probably dwarf blood. Yeah.
I think we're on the right track, everyone.
Chris just
At this
shakes
point,
his head
Ailey's
slightly.
probably returned to putting that pot on her head.
Oh no. Not
She's got the pot again.
Not the pot. Fuck.
What's the
Oh,
pot?
man, I thought we'd forgotten about the pot.
Oh no,
No.
I've been waiting.
No.
Joe's not here. She's putting the pot back on, man.
Fuck.
Describe
I
the
see in
pot
this
to me.
room,
I'm
Skelly.
confused.
So when
You
they
know
had the
generic
ability,
copper pot?
yeah, the generic copper pot that you could just get, it's just a regular item to carry around. They got one, and Ailey immediately put it on the head, and they even drew it on their avatar when they had the ability to draw on things.
Before that right was revoked.
Yeah, consistently draw the spot on their heads. And it was absolutely annoying because it never controlled correctly when I tried to move them around. Anyway.
But it's cause Ailey had her horns shaved at that point.
Yeah.
We'll
So
fly
now you would very much struggle to put.
Yeah, it's
put
probably
them
just
on your head.
hanging off of one horn kind of thing.
Yes.
Balancing awkwardly.
Yes. Anyway, into
But it
this
was she
room.
tried to give it to Joe for protection, but he declined.
Yes, he did not want that. Once you enter this room, Varys, you notice the scuffle sort of comes to like a crescendo here. There's a lot of bullets up against this wall, a lot of bullets up against this wall, and there was like a splash of blood that went up against this wall, and very much something was dragged through this way.
And that door's still open, yeah?
And this door's still open.
The direction I'm moving.
This is feeling very Princess Bride.
Red's running in as well.
We're Prince Humperdinck following what the others have been up to.
Tarakas, are you following, or what are you
Yep,
doing?
yep. I'm following.
You want me to drag you?
No need to continue.
Hello, Zeruni. All right. So, into this room, you see crumpled clockworks here, over here, and one over here. Four crumpled clockworks, basically in the corners.
Discern if they are gonna suddenly move again or something.
So you guys are relatively familiar with clockworks by this point. They look like they have been shot to shit. Like there's bullet holes in them.
Is that a technical term?
Yeah, they don't have that. None of the ticking, clicking is going on with them. The lights are off. There's definitely nobody home. Someone fought with them and killed him.
Is Joe here?
You can move further into the room.
Hereford approaches this store.
Do they kind of look like they have anything with them, or is it just clockwork bodies?
So they are wrapped in cloaks essentially. So that they're like you notice that the rags and stuff that you've been seeing is probably what their clothing is essentially. Is it sort of really tattered fabrics that seem to have once been an attempt to keep them looking quote unquote modest, but has over the years deteriorated to the point of certainly not doing that at all. But also it's you kind of wonder why that was the case in the first place. They're just robots, why didn't anyone care? But obviously they did once upon a time.
Is that like something we've seen before with the clockworks?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Joe notably wears clothes. Keeps himself from being naked.
We just thought that was him hiding.
And hooded. Other clockworks you have run into do have a similar thing going on with rags and stuff over them. There were the ones that they've run into outside, which have been so withered that they have no clothing on them anymore whatsoever. But any of the ones that are found in the ruins do seem to have that ragged look to them because of having tattered clothing essentially from thousands of years of wearing the same thing. So
Gonna move up next to our dwarven friend.
cool. So as you guys are doing that, as the dwarf and the halfling walk up to the open door, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm following, not too close behind, but like, yeah, I'm definitely letting them go first. But I'm following.
Alia's what?
Ailey would want to see if there's anything salvageable from the clockworks, especially like she remembers Joe with the dragon brain thing, so she wants to try and find like their brains to give to Joe to see what he can learn
memory
from them.
cores.
Memory cores?
Yeah.
Okay. So you move up to
But
the
she
first
wouldn't
one.
know it's a memory core.
Yeah. You move up to the first one you see, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, with that, can I get you guys to roll initiative?
Of course.
Wait, hold on. I have to make sure there's an encounter before you do that. Otherwise, it's not going to do it. There you go. Oh, damn. Look at that initiative.
Yeah, Nemi's freaked the fuck out.
Fair enough. Okay, well, yeah, you still have your vision, so you would immediately see this door flick open, and you'd see the two clockworks ready to enter into the room, well, burst into the room, that are standing just on the other side. Eyes red, ready very clearly to attack. Fists out, weapons out.
Hmm. The cloak prone to, like, able to be, frightened?
Hold on. The Rakus is only done that ability on one type of
Like
them.
the simple
The
ones.
simple ones. So I just need to check those ones. These are different to those, but you generally imagine that they're sort of similar sort of deals. Let me just find the goddamn things. Ruins. Clockworks. Lessers. Yes, the lesser ones were immune to being frightened. So you would have that information from Thrakus at least.
I can see both of them through the door.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
I'm going to plonk it right on them.
Fantabulous.
And then I'm going to run the fuck away.
Perfect.
I'm going to go like over. Can I move myself?
Yeah, should do on your turn.
Did I move too far? 35 foot.
You got another 2 squares.
I might go in the doorway. Can I do that?
I would recommend not being right in the doorway because it makes it very difficult for you to grab yourself and not close the door. But
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah, the door takes priority over characters.
Yep.
Okay.
Makes a whole lot of sense. I gotta be real. Okay, so both of them fail their fairy fire save there. So, what do you do? What sort of effect does your fairy fire have on them?
So they suddenly glow bright red. Instead of just their eyes being red, their entire bodies glow red, and they're outlined in this red, and they become very obvious to everyone around them.
Cool.
And everyone gets advantage on their attack rolls against them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Anything else with your turn?
And not as oh wait, no, yes, maybe.
Maybe.
As I kind of back out of the room, Nimi is going to use Bardic Inspiration to give inspiration to Thrikus. So just by shouting something inspiring as she bravely runs away.
Bravely runs away.
Fun.
So, that's just your regular bardic inspiration using there. Yeah, you're not doing anything.
Oh, if I use Mantle of Inspiration at the same time, everyone gets 5 temporary hit points. So let's do that too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like glow at this beautiful like golden kind of glow as I float bravely out of the room. I'm
Shouting
so brave,
something
guys.
also
You're so
brave.
You've got this.
Cool. And it was for
Bailey
Thrakus.
feels so inspired that someone believes in her for a change.
Yeah. So, Thrakus, on your next ability check, attack roll, saving throw, you may also have as a d6. What do you upped it? D8. Yes, a d8 as well if you want to add that to any roll like that.
Awesome.
And it is your turn.
Cool. Well, I'm definitely gonna Slayer's Prey, the one that I can see through the doorway.
Okay. Point that out to me. This one, not this one. The one directly in the door.
I see him the best.
Okay.
shot.
You got it.
Cool. Okay.
Cut out for me. Is it just me?
Same.
I'll take your attack that cut out as you attacking them. Yes.
Yes.
Well, that does hit them, so that's good.
Cool.
So, yep, 6 damage plus the necrotic, and your additional thing for your Slayer's Breath.
Oh, okay. As well.
Yeah, still cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out, but still off.
Nice.
Wow, damn. All right.
Yeah. Could I also roll the extra die?
For if you wanna add that to your attack, but you hit with that first one, so
Not damage.
No, it's not damage. It's the attack roll. If you hit or not.
Cool. And go again.
That'll definitely hit as well.
Yep.
9, 4, 5. Cool. So you light up your longbow, shoot 2 arrows. They sink into the middle. Tink tink. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot, but you definitely hit him.
Better than nothing. And
Mhm.
it was at a distance.
Yep.
And my spellbook's gotten all fucky, so I can't view things.
You had advantage on those as well.
Oh,
From
yes.
Fairy Fire.
You would have. Yeah, roll them again. We'll see if you doubled. So just click the pluses on them. See if you crit any of those. No. Anyway, bonus action movement.
Well, first off, my spell book thing's gotten all messed up, so I might have to
Okay.
put
What
out
are you
an
trying to? What are you looking for?
Literally, I can't see any of my spells anymore.
Oh.
That's great. Yeah.
You might have filtered them. So across the top, if you see if any of them have full black as their bar, just unclick the ones that have the full black on them.
Oh, okay, cool. There we go. There's all of my spells again. Jesus Christ. Well, in any case, I've already moved, so I'm good.
Did you already move?
From here?
Oh, I mean, you can move a bit more.
I know I can, but suppose I could.
You got 30 full feet, and you only moved 10. So you can move another 20. Cool. You didn't roll for.
I cannot roll
that's right,
initiative
you can't.
or Codswallop.
Okay, I've rolled that.
Thank you.
Varys, you're up.
Drawing my sword, I'm gonna move up to here so that I can see what's going on. I'm gonna throw out the dancing rapier.
Fucking goddamn.
Come on, man.
Where are you throwing it?
Yeah, I mean, probably just into the doorway, right?
Just into the doorway?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a rapier, you fuck. I don't know why the fuck I haven't done it. I can probably just do it now while you guys are fighting.
It's fine. Yes. And Fairy Fire still gets advantage with this, right?
Yes, everyone gets advantage on attacks against them for 2 minutes. So.
That's 11 damage from me.
So 11 damage. Yeah. Cool.
And then I'm
section.
gonna shoot the closest one to me.
The one still in the doorway.
Yeah. Assuming that hits with advantage.
Does.
Hmm.
Sure does. Activate. 2. So we got gold damage. Yeah. So as your bullet fires, slamming into the chest, you see little icicles spreading across where you hit it.
Nod appreciatively and shoot it again. Oh.
Okay. 6 damage and regain a grip point.
I didn't spend any.
Well, yeah. Sucks.
Yep.
Right. Anything else?
No. I believe that was my movement to get there.
Cool. Cards all up's probably without commands.
Get
So
out
we're
of
just
the way!
gonna move up next to Thragus. Red. It's going to probably just not get in the way. So just get into a good position to help attack him on the way through.
Wait, what's the random black thing?
Really, that's the fucking dancing rapier.
Like, can I shoot through it or not?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a
Okay.
sword.
Is that about 30?
You are over here. Yeah, that's 30.
Wait. Yeah, she just gonna. The one she can see.
Okay.
Sneaky.
It's at advantage, so click the plus. Oh, still hits. 11 damage.
I'm trying to find my sneak.
Would you get that? Oh, you have advantage. Yeah,
Oh,
you would.
Yeah, I've got advantage. So as far as I know, even though he's next to someone, because I have
you
advantage.
you get it at advantage anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, get it. Cool beans.
And that's about all I can do, I think.
Yeah, it is. Unless you want to use your bonus action to move anymore, because you could use it to dash as a rogue.
Nah, like how are they looking already from this?
The one that's on the other side of the door is looking pretty full of holes now.
It's looking like the entire party just hit that one.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. I'd say
Ailey's judging about boots or not, but I think she wants to save her boots.
Yeah, I'd say from your knowledge of Joe's sort of mechanical bits, he's looking pretty hurt. He's not like at death's door or anything, but you've definitely done some damage to him.
All right, she's like, "That's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine."
Everything is fine.
If both of them come out, she's totally gonna just fire them and hope that they're not good with fire.
Cool. Well, plonk, plonk, plonk. Yeah. This one is going to. do the old slicey slice on Mr. Fred. That'll miss. That'll hit 15 damage. And go in the old slam. That'll also hit. Yeah, 14. Yeah. Fred did not like that. Yeah.
Time to
Yeah,
test
Fred
Fred's
hasn't
metal.
done much yet.
He really that left him looking pretty bloody. But you guys have seen what clockworks have done to the body before. So.
This is why Ailey would rather fight the shadows than the clockworks without Joe. But no, everyone wanted to fight the clockwork.
Next one. Like literally walking like the Terminator.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Okay. So, first one hurts himself in his confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Second one for 24 will hit you, yeah?
Yep.
That's 12 damage to you. And a 20 will hit you.
Yes, if it meets, it beats.
And that slam will hit you. So, there you go. 30 damage. And
Ow.
on the end of their turn, Nimi, you see this door open. If I can see you. And you see some more clockworks
Right.
coming out of this door. See what they all for. Whose turn was it? That one. So he's the last still. So it is now your turn, Nimi, but I think that is where we're going to finish up for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
As it is 10. But yeah. There's some more
Not
clockworks.
terrifying at all. It's fine.
Is Nemi gonna yell out and warn the rest of us to maybe run away?
Well, we'll find out.
Who knows?
Certainly.
We will find out on Nimi's turn next week.
Well, shit.
Yeah, Nemi's got to figure out what the fuck she's gonna do. Now I have all week to think about it.
Yeah.
That shield off is not looking too bad now, is it?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Good times, everybody. Thanks everybody for joining. Yeah, this is getting exciting. Just as it gets exciting, we have to stop. I'm sorry. Tomorrow and Saturday, Random Guy will be back with more. I think he's finished with Shemp. I think he's doing more Horizon Forbidden West and It Takes Two with Jane. Check that out. Sunday, I will be back. Maybe playing more Vampire Survivors. Maybe Pyro won't be sick and we'll play V Rising. Who knows? Anything could happen.
Autumn was harassing me about playing V Rising.
Yeah. Monday we'll be playing Divinity Original Sin 2 though. Tuesday, again I should still be back. I don't think Beef's off just yet. No, I won't be me. It'll be Random Guy. I mean, I don't know why I'm thinking I'm covering that as well. No, Random Guy will be covering Tuesday still. Probably playing more Horizon Forbidden West. And then Wednesday we're all back playing Phantasy Star Online 2. Beef's not back yet. He'll probably be the week after. And then Thursday, that is New Zealand time, by the way, just for those of you out there. We'll find out what Nimi's going to do on their turn and find out how the team's going to get their shit sorted out of this mess. Thanks, everybody. We will see
Ailey
you all.
dies. I'm just gonna bring Peter over.
Yes.
From the
No.
other game.
No.
Why not?
Somebody else's game.
Ugh.
Oh, a different version. This one won't be married.
We'll figure something out. Anyway, see you all.
Bye.
Ah.
And goodbye, recording.